welcome to the Late Show. I'm Alyssa Kaplan.
And I'm Weitz.
And here we have our guest, Alyssa Kratz.
Hello.
Hi, Alyssa. So tell us about how Alumni Week has been for you and what it's like to be back here on campus.
It's good. It's going well. I graduated last year, so it hasn't been long that I've been away. So in a way, being back today kind of just feels like I'm here as a student, but I'm actually on the other side of Alumni Week this year.
Mm-hmm. Nice. No, I've been going to sessions for Alumni Week, and it's been really interesting as a senior. So, how has it felt to be back giving advice to students who are looking moving on in their careers?
Yeah, it's been great. So I did 2 sessions today for Alumni Week with Inslee Fowler, who she is a studio camera operator at CNN. Currently, I'm a news producer at Blue Ridge Communications, Channel 13, which is a small local TV station not that far away from Allentown. We actually cover parts of Allentown sometimes, but up in Carbon County, we cover like the Poconos region of Pennsylvania, and so it's weird. I feel like in a way that I'm not like old enough to be giving career advice, but in a way, I was just in your shoes.
Yeah, we need all the advice we can get.
So I know how you're feeling, and you're a freshman, right?
Yeah.
So, and I know how you're feeling as a freshman, like just starting out. So I understand like how valuable hearing from someone who's closer in age might be, just because it hasn't been that long since I was in your shoes.
Yeah. No, it's surreal. It's so surreal. So what has the journey been like to get to where you are now?
Yeah, so I graduated last year in May, so almost a full year ago. And then I had the typical college senior, like I'm never going to get a job, heart attack, and applied for jobs all over the country. I was applying for like reporter jobs in, because I want to be a news reporter. That's like my ultimate goal. So I was applying for reporter jobs, and not only reporter jobs, but also like producing and things that were similar to reporting. I applied for jobs in West Virginia, Michigan, New Jersey, all over. I really just didn't care. I just wanted a job.
I find that's what I'm doing too.
Yeah, and especially because it's such a competitive field, like you never know, like just to get a foot in the door, it is huge. So, but one of the jobs that I saw was actually really kind of close to home at Blue Ridge. I'm like 40 minutes from there, where I live now at home, and so I applied for a part-time associate producer position, and so I went in, had the interview in June, and it went really well. In like 5 minutes, I was literally driving home from the interview, and my news director called me and offered me the position.
Wow.
And I was
That's
like,
amazing.
okay, like I'll take it, just because it was something. So
Yeah,
it was
amazing.
similar to what I wanted to be doing. And so she kind of told me up front, it's a trial and error kind of job. It was a new position for them. They hadn't really had an associate producer before. And so she was like, we're just going to see how like your first 3 months goes and go from there. I said, okay, fine, no problem. And then so I started in July, and maybe like 3 or 4 weeks later, they offered me the position full time. And I was working on our 10 o'clock night report show. And then so once I start getting the hang of things, as an associate producer, I started filling in for the producers who did the 5 and the 5:30 newscasts, just when like they would take a day off or be sick. And so I got to a point where I was learning how to do like a whole show by myself.
Wow.
And then lo and behold, in like late November, early December, our 5:30 producer actually accepted a new job out in State College at AccuWeather, and they offered me her position, which I was shocked because I was like, are you sure? Like, I've only been here a few months. Like, do you really want me to do this? But they trusted me enough. They thought I would do a good job, so I took the position, and so I've been doing that for about 4 months now, almost, being a full-time producer.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, what are your roles as a producer at Blue Ridge Communications?
Yeah, so as a news producer, you wear a lot of different hats, especially at a small station where there aren't as many people. So you're responsible for a lot more. But on a day-to-day basis, I come in at 9 in the morning, and if you think about it, like my show airs at 5:30. It's only a half-hour show, but I'm spending a full 8-hour day building that show and deciding what stories we're going to cover. So like when I come in, it's looking through emails at like press releases, police reports that we might get, looking at social media, other news websites, seeing what other stations are covering, and kind of just getting a feel for like what's going on that day and what's important enough that like we want to cover. And then like setting up interviews or setting up shoots for the videographers and the reporters to go out to, coordinating with our reporters and brainstorming ideas for their stories. I have 2 reporters who work on my show, and then spending the day building my show and like deciding what order the stories are going to go in, writing all of them, deciding what graphics are going to look like, all that kind of stuff. And then when the show airs at 5:30, I sit in the control room, and I'm the one who I run the teleprompter, and then I also like make the decisions for like running short on time and have to cut a commercial. Like I'm the one who makes that decision and say like, okay, cut a commercial.
So you really call the shots.
Yeah, so
make
you're
the decisions.
Yeah, it's called like
That's
line
awesome.
producing when the show's actually airing, but you're the one like basically like running the show. Yeah.
Cool. So lastly, I just want to get to how NBC has really shaped you into becoming the producer role that you are today.
NBC was a great opportunity that I had here at Muhlenberg to be a part of, and it's nice like being at a small school because you get this chance. At a lot of bigger schools that have like huge broadcast programs, you might not really get to participate and be as involved in the campus TV station at like such a young age.
Yeah.
But like being at a small school, like I was able to come in as a freshman and be fully involved and get a chance to like be on camera as a freshman, or like, you know, and then by, I guess it was sophomore year, I was elected to be co-president of NBC.
Wow.
And so for 2 years I was co-president of the club, and it really like gave me an opportunity to, you know, practice skills that I wasn't necessarily getting in the classroom, just because like Muhlenberg, our communications program doesn't really focus on broadcasting. So being involved with NBC gave me a chance to, you know, still have those skills.
Right, yeah. Right, to host and work in the control room. How did you use a demo reel from NBC for a part of your work?
Yeah, not for NBC. I didn't have a demo reel from, but I had an internship at 69 News in Allentown the summer before my senior year, and I worked with a reporter there and got to like make my own demo reel. So I did like
That's
use
fantastic.
that when I was like applying for jobs, and even if it wasn't a reporting job that I was applying for, I always just set my demo reel too, just because it was another, you know, piece of the puzzle that gave them something else to look at. To, like,
that's
what
fantastic.
I've done, but yeah.
Cool.
That's really cool.
That's really awesome. All right, well, I think that's our show. So I'm Alyssa Kaplan.
I'm Zach Weitz.
And I'm Alyssa Kratz.
Right, bye.